We shall move on to the next type of problem. So divisible by k problems. Okay, divisible by k problems. So I'll tell you the procedure. All type of problems that comes under this category, solving procedure will remain the same. So you have to draw a DFA, accept strings of zeros and ones, which when interpreted as a binary integer is multiple of 5. Okay, which when interpreted as a binary number, it is a multiple of 5. So what does this input consist of? Input consists of zeros and ones. Okay, zeros and ones. So it should be a multiple of 5 when you write it in the form of a binary integer. That is, supposing that example, I'll take 101. Okay, 101. So what is 101? Base 2, if I consider, the value will be 5. Okay, so 101 is nothing but 5. That is 4 plus 0 plus 1. So 5. 5 is divisible by 5. So this is a valid string. Next I will consider 011. 011. So it is 4, 2, 1. So here it is 0. 2 plus 1 is 3. Whether 3 is divisible by 5? No. So this is invalid. So I'll take one more example. 1010. So what is 1010? 5 plus 8. 8 plus 2. So this will be 10. So this is divisible by 5. So this is a valid string. So you have to design a DFA that will satisfy this condition. To solve such kind of problem, you need to remember this formula. Okay, you need to remember this formula. So what are the value? What is this R, I, D and then K? So this R is nothing but radix. Okay, R is nothing but radix. And then D is, I is nothing but remainder. D is the digits and K is the value that I have given in the question. Mod, this is a multiple of 5, so the value of K will be 5. So what is this radix now? R is radix. What is this? So here you are calculating the value with respect to base 2, right? So here the value of R is 2. Okay. Next, the value of DL, right? The value of D. So what is the value of D? So you're considering strings of zeros and ones. So the values of D is 0 and then 1. Next, what is the value of K? K is, in the question, what they have given? Multiple of 5. So the value is 5. Value of K is 5. Next, I. Okay. So what is I? I is remainder. So what is remainder? Multiple of 5. Multiple of 5. So when you try to divide any number of 5, what are the different possible remainders that you will get? That is, I'll be getting either 0, 1, 2, 3 or 4. Okay. So these are the different possibilities. So once you have got this, later you can solve the problem. So here, now what is this particular value? So this is nothing but, I am finding J is equal to, what is the value of R? Value of R is 2. What is the value of I? So for I have different possibilities, that is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I'll take it as I itself, plus what is the value of D? D I have two possibilities, that is 0 and 1. So I'll take it as D itself, and then mod K. What is the value of K? Value of K is a single value, that is 5. So this is what I get with respect to the given question. So once you're done with this, I'll tell you how to write some of the steps before drawing DFA so that it will be easier for you to draw the DFA. Okay, I'll write different fields. I'll tell you to draw how to draw a table. Later on we shall proceed with a DFA. So initially I'll take remainder. Okay, and then I'll take the value of D. Okay, remainder and then D. Next I will write this formula, that is 2 multiplied by I plus D mod 5. So this is nothing but J. Okay, and then I'll write the transition function. So it is with respect to Qi comma D is equal to Qj. Okay, so these are the different fields. So what is remainder? Okay, remainder is I have 5 different possibilities, 0, 1, 2, 3 and then 4. So when I is equal to 0, okay, when I is equal to 0, D I have 2 possibilities, that is 0 and 1. Okay, D I have 2 possibilities, 0 and 1. So 0, 1. Similarly, when I is equal to 1, I have 2 possibilities, 0, 1. When I is equal to 2, 0, 1. When I is equal to 3, 0, 1. When I is equal to 4, 0, 1. So for every value of I have 2 possibilities of D. For 0, I have 0, 1. For 1 also, I have 0, 1, so on. So once we're done with this, simply substitute. Okay, simply substitute here and check what is the state here. Okay, so first I'll write the first one, 2 multiplied by, what is the value of I here? Value of I is 0 plus, what is the value of D? Value of D is 0. Mod 5. That is 2 into 0 is 0. 0 plus 0. 0 mod 5 is 0. Okay, 0 mod 5 is 0. Similarly here, 2 multiplied by value of I is 0 plus, what is the value of D? Value of D is 1 mod 5. 2 into 0 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 mod 5 is 1. So the next set, so it is 2 multiplied by, what is the value of I? I is 1. What is the value of D? Value of D is 0. So 2 into 1 is 2. 2 plus 0 is 2. 2 mod 5 is 2. Next, the next one, 2 multiplied by value of I is 1 plus value of D is 1 mod 5. 2 into 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 mod 5 is 3. Similarly, the next one, 2 into value of I is 2 plus value of D is 0. 4 mod 5 is 4. Next one, 2 into 2, value of D is 1. 2 into 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. What is 5 mod 5? 5 mod 5 is 0. Okay. Similarly, the next one, 2 multiplied by value of I is 3 plus value of D is 0. 2 3s are 6. 6 plus 0 is 6. 6 mod 5 is 1. So next it will be 2 into 3 plus 1 mod 5. 7 mod 5 is 2. Next it will be 2 into value of I is 4 plus D is 0 mod 5. 8. 8 mod 5 is 3. Next it is 2 into 4 plus 1. 2 4s are 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 mod 5 is 4. Okay. So I am done with this. So with respect to all these things, now we have to write the transition state. So I'll write the transition function. So first one is Qi. Q, for the first row, what is the value of I? Value of I is 0. So Q0, comma, what is the value of D? Value of D is 0. Close the bracket. Is equal to Q. What is the value of J here? Value of J is 0. So transition function is, so from Q0, if you read 0, it will go to state Q0 itself. Similarly, we shall write the next one, transition Qi. So the value of I here is 0, comma, value of D is 1 is equal to value of J is 1. So Q1. So from state Q0, if I read 1, I will go to state Q1. Similarly, you have to write for everything. So here I will write I is 1. So q1 comma d is 0, it will go to state q2. So from q1 if I read 0, it will go to q2. Next, from q1 if I read 1, it will go to q3. Next, from q2 if I read 0, it will go to q4. Next, from q2 if I read 1, it will go to q0. Here it is, from q3 if I read 0, it will go to q1. So from q3 if I read 1, I'll go to q2. From q4 if I read 0, I'll go to q3. The last one, from q, value of I is 4, value of d is 1, value of j is 4. So it is q4. Okay, so you have got all these things, the different transitions. Now you have got different transitions. So using these transitions, we shall draw the DFA directly. Okay, so how many states do you need? Okay, how many states do you need? So you started from q0. The highest state that you have got is q4. Okay, q0, q1, q2, q3, q4. So once again q0, q1, q2, q3, q4. So it repeated. So maximum I can have 5 states. So I'll start with q0. Okay. I'll take start. I'll take this state as q0. Okay, I'll take the state as q0. Now we shall see the transition. So what is given from q0? If I read 0, it goes to q0 itself. Okay, so from q0, if I read 0, it will go to q0 itself. From q0, if I read a 0, it goes to q0. So I have a loop here. Next, from q0, if I read 1, I am going to a new state q1. So from q0, if I read 1, I am going to the next state q1. So I am done with this, I am done with this. The next one, from q1, if I read a 0, I am going to state q2. So from q1, if I read a 0, I am going to state q2. So I am done with this. Next, from q1, if I read 1, I am going to state q3. So from q1, when I read 1, I am going to q3. So you can draw anywhere, wherever you want. I'll draw it here. Okay, that is from q1, if you read 1, you are going to q3. Next, from q2, if you are reading 0, you are going to a new state q4. So from q2, if you are reading 0, I'll go to a new state q4. From q2, if I read 1, I am going to q0. So from q2, if I read 1, I am going to q0. From q3, if I read 0, I am going to q1. From q3, if I am reading 0, I am going to q1. So that time here it was 1. Okay. Next, from q3, when I am reading 1, I am going to q2. So from q3, if I am reading 1, I am going to q2. From q4, if you are reading 0, you are going to q3. From q4, if you are reading 0, you are going to q3. The last one, from q4, if you are reading 1, you are going to state q4 itself. That is, you have a loop here. So with respect to all the transition functions you have got, you have written the DFA. Okay, you have drawn the DFA. So start is written, you need to know which is the final state here. So which is the final state? They have given divisible by 5, right? So divisible by 5. So all the conditions, binary integers with respect to 5, 10, 15 should be valid. So the first one itself, I'll take it as a final state. My starting state itself will be the final state. So we shall check with the example. So I had taken 3 different examples that time. 101 is valid, 011 is invalid, 1010 is once again valid. So we shall check with 101. So I'll start 1 0 1. So I have reached the final state, so it is valid. Next I'll check with 011. So it is 0 1 1. Okay, so 011 was actually invalid, so this is not a final state, so it is invalid and my DFA is valid. Next example, 1010. So it is 1 0 1 0. So this is the final state, so this is a valid one. Okay, so this is the DFA for the given question. We shall go for the next question. So you have to draw a DFA which accepts the strings beginning with 1, that one interpreted as a binary integer is a multiple of 5. So when interpreted as a binary integer, it is similar to previous question. Multiple of 5, it is also with respect to previous question. So what is the only difference? So they have given that it should begin with 1. Okay, they have given that it should begin with 1. So what is the difference between the present DFA and the previous one? This was the first question. So here interpreted as a binary integer and is a multiple of 5. So next question, one extra condition is given, that is it should begin with 1. See here 101 is 5. Okay, 101 is 5, so it is a multiple of 5, so it is valid. Okay, however this is invalid. Next 1010 is 10, so it is divisible by 5, or it is a multiple of 5, so it is valid. So in this question 101 is valid, so if I take 010 also it is valid. Okay, 0101 is nothing but 5, so it is divisible by 5, so it is valid. But in the next question what is given, it should start with 1. Does it start with 1 here? No, right? So if it is 101 it should be valid. If it is 0101 it should be invalid. Similarly the next one 1010. So 1010 is 10. So for the present question it is valid. So in the next question, if I add a 0 in the beginning, 01010, so it is nothing but 10. It is divisible by 5. So for the first question it is valid. For the next question it is invalid. Okay, so you have to just write one more condition, so with respect to this particular 0. Okay, so this particular DFA, this particular DFA for the second question also remains the same. Then what is the difference? Okay, what is the difference? So here it can begin with 0, because in the beginning itself you have a loop, so it can begin with 0. But according to the given question, it should always begin with 1. Okay, it should always begin with 1. Rest of the things remains the same. So what we shall do is, for this we shall add one extra state. Okay, we shall add one extra state. So I will start from here. Okay, I'll start from here. So always it should start with 1. Okay, always it should begin with 1. So I should have a outgoing state. Okay, I should have a outgoing value with respect to 1. So from starting state I can always begin only with 1. So what happens if it begins with 0? If it begins with 0, I shouldn't accept it. So if it begins with 0, I should go to a state known as dead state. Okay, I should go to a state known as dead state. So this is also known as dead state or trap state. Okay, dead state or trap state, it is one and the same. So start will go from here. So this becomes starting. So I have two possibilities. So if it is 1, it is accepting. if you are reading 0, go to the dead state. So 1 you have to connect it somewhere. Okay, so this final state it will remain the same, all other things will remain the same. So we shall see how the DFA looks after we have made the changes. So this is a DFA with respect to previous question. So instead of writing start here, I told you to take one more state. Okay, I'll take the first state here, I'll take it as Q0. Okay, I will start from here. Okay, I'll start from here. So if it is 1, I should continue. If it is 0, I'll go for a state Q6. I'll go for the state Q6, and this is nothing but the dead state. It is either known as a dead state or trap state. So input is 0 and 1. So here I will loop 0 and then 1. So from Q0 I should take 1. So where should I connect this 1? So in the previous example you started from here and 1 was connected to Q1, right? So start and this was connected to Q1. So now from Q0 also I will connect 1 to Q1. If I connect it here, you won't get the right one because this was the DFA flow was like this. So from Q0, if I read 1, I'll go to Q1. So Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. So this final state I will take it as Q5. Okay, final state I will take it as Q5. So we shall check the string now. 1 0 1. Okay, 1 0 1. So whether 1 0 1 is valid? Yes. It is 5 and it starts from 1, so it is valid. So I will start 1 0 and then 1. Okay, it is valid. Next I will take 0 1 0 1. 0 1 0 1 is also 5, but it is not starting with 0, so it is invalid. So I will start. As soon as I read 0, what is happening? As soon as I read 0, it will go to dead state. So if it begins with 0, it will not go here at all. Directly it will go to trap state. So this is the solution. The next question. DFA that accepts set of strings that when interpreted in reverse as a binary integer, it is divisible by 5. So once again, what is the difference between the present question and the previous one? So interpreted as a binary integer is same, divisible by 5 is same. One extra word here is reverse. Okay, the extra thing that they have given here is reverse. So when you take a binary integer and when you reverse it, the reversed value should be divisible by 5. You have a value and you should reverse it. After reversing it, the given number should be divisible by 5. So for example, I will consider 101. So when I reverse this, what will I get? It is 101 itself. So whether this value is divisible by 5? Yes, it is divisible by 5, so it is valid. I'll consider the next one, 1010. So when I reverse this now, it should be divisible by 5. So when I reverse this, what happens? I will be getting 0101. So what is 0101? It is 5. So even this is divisible by 5, so it is valid. So next I will take 10011. So when I reverse this, what will I get? I will be getting 11001. So what is 11001? I will be getting it as 25. So whether 25 is divisible by 5? Yes, so it is valid. So I will take next example, 011. Okay, 011. So when I reverse this, what will I get? 110. So what is 110? 4 plus 1. Sorry, not 4 plus 1, 4 plus 2, that is 6. Whether 6 is divisible by 5? No, this is invalid. So no matter what you take, when you reverse this, it should be divisible by 5. That's it. So for this, once again, this is same, only this is different, right? So how can you modify the first question? Okay. So this was the first question, right? So how can you modify this? So it is simple. For the first question, the entire DFA will remain the same. Okay, the entire DFA will remain the same. So you draw a DFA for the normal one and then change it to reverse. So what you should do is everywhere, so here the arrow is, the transition is from Q0 to Q1, right? So the transition is like this. So from Q0 to Q1. So what I should do, I should reverse this. So instead of taking from Q0 to Q1, I will reverse it and I'll take it from Q1 to Q0. Similarly, here it is from Q2 to Q0. So I will take it from Q0 to Q2. So here it is from Q1 to Q3. So I will reverse it. So I will remove this and I will put it here. So everywhere you have to reverse. So this is a loop. So loop, even if you reverse also not a problem. So it will remain the same. So since it is a loop. And then start since reversing. Now don't change this. Don't reverse this also. Okay, don't go to reverse this also. Start will remain the same. Rest everything you have to reverse. So we shall see how it looks. Look, this is a DFA. So this will remain the same. Start. Since this is a loop, there are no changes. Even this will remain the same. So for the first example, you had from Q0 to Q1. So now it will change from Q1 to Q0. So this also, it was from Q2 to Q0. Now it will change from Q0 to Q2. So here it will change from Q3 to Q1. So here it will change from Q1 to Q3. So here it will change from Q2 to Q3. So here it is from Q3 to Q4. So here it is from Q4 to Q2. And here, since it is a loop, no changes. And here also Q1 to Q2. So now it will be from Q2 to Q1. Okay, Q2 to Q1. So you're done with the DFA. This is a DFA. Draw it as it is. Since it is reversed, just reverse the transition everywhere. So now we shall check here 101. Whether 101 is valid? Yes, 101 is valid. 1010 1 0 1 0 accepting state. So we shall see this 10011 1 0 0 1 1. So final state, it is valid. Next 011. So it is 0, okay, 0 1 and 1. So this is not a final state, so it is invalid. And the DFA is not accepting it. So this is a DFA. The next problem, the same thing, draw a DFA, binary integer, but here they have given multiple of 3. Multiple of 3. So the value of R is same, that is value of R is 2. Binary number, so the value of D is once again the same, that is 0 and 1. What about the value of K? So it is multiple of 3. So the value of K is 3. What about the remainder I? I is, so since it is 3, which are the different possible remainders that you can have? You can have different possible remainders are 0, 1, 2. Okay, 0, 1 and 2. So you know the values of R, D, K and then I. Now the solving procedure is same. Okay, it is similar to previous problem. Solve it. The next one, draw a DFA to accept decimal strings divisible by 3. Okay, decimal strings divisible by 3. So solving procedure is same, but what are the different values of radix and then what is that, radix, remainder you have here. Okay, the value of K is given directly. The value of K is 5. Okay, so you should know what is the value of R. You should know what is the value of D. you should know what is the value of k, and then you should know what is the value of I. So it is given by divisible by 3, right? So the value of k is 3. Divisible by 3, so the value of k is 3. So since it is divisible by 3, what are the different possible remainders you have? So the different possible remainders that you have is 0, 1, 2. Okay, since it is divisible by 3, possibilities of remainders are 0, 1, 2. So in previous question they had given binary integers, so you had taken only 0 and 1. So in this problem they have given decimal strings. Okay, they have given decimal strings. So the possibilities of D that you have here is from 0 to 9. Okay, 0 to 9, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and then 9. Okay, so you have the values from 0 to 9. So how many values you have? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So the value of R is 10. Okay, value of R is 10. Next solving procedure is same. So for every value of I, you have 10 values of D's. Okay, that is, you have I is equal to 0, then you have D equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then I equal to 1, D is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then I is equal to 2, D will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, solving procedure is same. So only thing is the value of R and D will change. So solve it and then draw the DFA.